No shortage of reaction to the president's comments pouring in from around the world, including the Middle East.
ABC's Britt Clennett is in Jerusalem tonight. And Britt, thank you for joining us. You spoke to Palestinians in the West Bank today who listened to Mr. Trump say they would be kicked out of their homeland to build a resort. What was the reaction?
Hi, Sandra and Bill. Yeah, Trump's latest remarks about a U.S. takeover of Gaza, they've been met with widespread rejection here, mixed with really deep concern. You know, the Palestinian leadership, they've swiftly condemned the plan, with officials warning it disregards international law and Palestinians' right to self-determination. Now, I spoke to Imad Muna here in Jerusalem, who made it clear that Gazans are deeply connected to their land and won't be going anywhere. Let's take a listen.
It's impossible. The Palestinians, under all the missiles, was on their heads, and they don't leave. How they can leave? He come to take everyone and put them out. They will not leave. We know that we are not leave. We did the mistake in 48 and we did it in 67, and that's it. They will not leave. Even if they don't have homes, if they don't have water or electricity, they will stay in Gaza.
Now, many worry about what this means in terms of settlement expansion in the West Bank and land annexation too, with military raids intensifying in recent weeks. Some also fear this could lay the kind of groundwork for more displacement, more forced removals, and the further erasure of Palestinian presence on this land. Now, many Palestinians already believed Israel was using the war against Hamas to destroy the population, and then this is creating further unease. But people, guys, here are also resolute that they will fight for their land. Sandra, Bill?
Just curious, Britt, have we heard from Jordan and Egypt about what the president plans for their part in this resettlement?
Yeah, I mean, they've outright rejected this idea. Many Arab nations have. In fact, many of America's Western allies have also rejected this idea. Some critics have called it ethnic cleansing. However, on the other side of it, we've heard from an Israeli official telling ABC News that the visit exceeded our expectations and dreams. They seem elated by this. They say the visit lasted 5 hours and began with Trump being received by the Prime Minister being received by Trump in front of the White House, and it was kind of uphill from there. They called it a historic visit. It was the friendliest visit between an American president and an Israeli prime minister. It really, in all sense of the words, they say it was, they had great implications for the future and the state of Israel based on all of this. The White House now saying Netanyahu was aware of Trump's plans, and you start building this idea, guys, of just how pleased Israel is with the outcome of this. Netanyahu was grinning throughout that press conference, a leader that many thought was done and dusted after October 7th, now saying this was the most important meeting at the White House ever. You get this idea that this was a kind of reward. Israel got everything it wanted and more.
15 seconds, if you can. What would this mean for the two-state solution that so many people want?
Well, it does seem to deviate from the decades-held policy, encouraged by the U.S. Of both states having, both countries, both places having their own states. Certainly, that's why it's so shocking to many people in the world, not just among Arab nations, but the rest of the world. Fears that this could escalate tensions even further.